Hello again, and welcome to Power Moves, where we find ways to level up in our career, level up in our finances, and level up in life in general. It's so good to see you all again this evening. I hope everyone is doing well. Tonight's topic is going to be at least interesting to me. I hope that it's interesting to you as well. And I hope it's helpful to you because I try to do things that are beneficial and going to help people as far as their life and their lifestyles are concerned. And this evening's topic is forming micro habits to change your life. And I started with micro habits because sometimes regular habits can be a little intimidating. So if you hear micro habits, you might be more apt to try them and see how they work and commit to them because they're not as big as just regular habits. So micro habits. I know they're important to me because I have really bad ADHD. I get distracted easily and I need to take baby steps as far as change is concerned. So micro habits are very attractive to me. So, okay, if you're watching this video on YouTube, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Please do that. Help me out. And let's get started. So let's all get on the same page first as far as what habits are. I know we all have an idea of what they are. I just wanted to give you the actual definition. So what is a habit? A habit is a settled or regular tendency or practice, especially one that is hard to give up. So that hard to give up part really makes a habit a habit. It has been done so many times that it's kind of hardwired into your brain. Okay, that's why it's a habit. And that's why forming new habits can be life-changing easily. The habit forming is not easy, but the life-changing part is easy. And so if you want to reach your goals, it is imperative that you create good habits. Habits are behavioral changes that help you reach your goals through incremental steps. And what I'm going to start preaching on this show is baby steps. Just because commitment in this day and age, commitment to anything, is intimidating at the least and almost impossible at the worst. Okay? But baby steps are still progress and they're still helping you get things done. And they're the easiest things to take on because they're one little bite at a time. And you'll hear me continue to talk about eating the elephant one bite at a time. That's how you eat the elephant. It may be a huge task, but eventually you're going to get it done if you just take little pieces at a time. So baby steps, okay? For example, if you want to reach the goal of being healthier, you might want to make a habit of drinking more water when you wake up every morning or exercising every day. Those are good habits that are going to definitely aid you in weight loss. Or the great thing about a habit is that they become automatic and easy to complete. Most of the time, we don't even have to think about them. So once they become a habit, you do them just out of habit. You do them through muscle memory. You do them without even thinking. It's like breathing. You just do it. It's almost involuntary. Okay? When you begin to form habits, it might be beneficial to start with micro habits, which I just mentioned. Micro habits are smaller and less time consuming than regular habits, and they're everyday habits that make a big difference. So we're talking about little commitment, big difference. Okay, so I tried to pull out some of the best habits to go over with you this evening. And number one would be reading. I love stationery. I love books. I love how they look. I love a very well designed cover. It's sexy to me. I'll read the synopsis, pick up the book. I have tons of books over here in this bookcase that I have never read. I just have a habit of buying things like that. And I need to get down to reading them. I bought them for a reason. Either the topic was good or it related to me some kind of way. And so with my bad ADD, it's hard to settle down and actually read a book. That's intimidating to me, especially when I know there's other stuff going on that I might want to get into as well. So reading 5 pages a day is a good micro habit to start. It's not a lot, but eventually you're going to get where you need to go. Reading is a fun way to learn new things and learn about different perspectives and viewpoints making a habit of reading just 5 pages a day is easy and achievable and will most likely build to 10, 20, or more pages in the long run because habits have a way of compounding. And when I say habits compound, once you start the habit, it's kind of like a snowball. It can go as big as you want. The farther downhill it goes, the bigger it will get. That's kind of like how habits are. They have a habit of compounding. So when you start with 10 a day, you can easily move the number of pages you read up and up until you get to the point that you're satisfied. Maybe you want to read 100 pages a day. You can get there through micro habits. Okay. Number 2, stretching 3 times a day. Now, this may seem very simple, especially to younger people, but let me tell you, now that I am 40, and this started in my early 30s, I'm stiff when I get up. If I sit in the same place for a long period of time, which is, I'm a graphic designer, so I'm at my computer all day. It hurts to get up and my bones crack and pop when I walk around because I'm not as limber, because all I do is sit in a rigid hunched over position typing and moving my mouse. So stretching 3 times a day can be very beneficial for you. Even if you're young and you don't have those types of problems, stretching is important. I don't know about you, but as I get older, my body gets stiffer and less limber. There's a lot of snap, crackle, and popping going on when I move, and so stretching is an easy and extremely beneficial habit to create, especially if your job is sitting in front of the computer all day. So after breakfast, lunch, and dinner, make it a habit to stretch your arms, legs, and back for about 10 minutes and see what a difference it will make. It will make a huge difference. And I also, even before breakfast, when you get out of bed, try to stretch. Just pull those muscles a little bit because they've been sitting while you slept, getting stiff and tight. So stretching, micro habit, very easy to do, very easy to start, very easy to remember when, because you're doing it breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So start with stretching 3 times a day. Okay. Another micro habit. Number 3, switch over to water. I have accomplished this. A couple of my coworkers started me on this back in 2015, maybe, because I grew up on Kool-Aid. And when I got older and moved out on my own, I started drinking soda. So Kool-Aid, soda, and definitely juice, especially Minute Maid. Wow. So I was addicted to juice, sugar, and sweet drinks. But I drink water exclusively now. Exclusively. And I've gotten to that point little by little. It started with, instead of sweet tea, drinking unsweet tea. And then I moved on to flavored sparkling water, which a lot of people, it's a turnoff for them because there's no syrup in it, so it doesn't taste soda-y enough for them. But let me tell you, LaCroix, bubbly, Waterloo, I drink all kinds of flavored sparkling water and I'm completely satisfied with them now. Even when I drink a little bit of soda, every now and then, I don't feel like I have to drink more. And sometimes I feel like it's super sweet and I don't want to drink the rest. So baby steps, start with unsweet tea, start with sparkling water. Now I'm at the point where I will drink bottled water. I don't need bubbles. I don't need flavor. I keep it around for when I want it. But if I wanted to, I could drink bottled water all day long. So start switching over to water. That is a very easy micro habit to develop. This will be harder for some people than it is for others, but overall, this is a relatively easy habit to form. Okay? So sugary drinks use up a bunch of our allotted calorie intake for the day, so switching to water can make a huge difference when it comes to losing weight and eating healthier. I cannot stress this enough. You only have a certain number of calories you can eat a day before you go over, which means you will gain weight. And if you're drinking juice, sugar, soda, all of that is they're going to use up all of your calories, right? And you're definitely going to go over, especially since we drink multiple times a day. All right. If you're not eating healthy on top of that, if you're eating junk food on top of that, you could easily end up at double the calories that you're supposed to eat a day. And switching over to water has definitely aided in my weight loss. it has definitely aided in it because again, it takes up so many calories, sugar and juice. When you could just be drinking water, that would cut back a lot. So switch over to water. Um, Remember when you're in the grocery store to stock up on bottled water, sparkling water, and unsweet tea so that you'll have lots of options when you're thirsty. Okay, options make it a little bit better. You might go through sugar withdrawal for a while, but the options kind of, it gives you maybe a sense of control. So it's going to help you out a little bit there. Once this becomes a habit and you start seeing results, you won't even think of going back to juice and soda. I am a witness. Trust me. Once you're on water and you're happy and satisfied with water, you won't be bothered too much if you don't have soda or sugary drinks around. Next, reduce and assign time for social media. This is something I have not mastered yet. I love Facebook, I love Instagram, and because I'm not, I get distracted easily, I'll even pick up my phone to do something legit like check my bank account and end up on Facebook or Instagram and then put the phone down and go about my day without looking at the account or doing anything I plan to do on the phone. My mind goes straight to Facebook. So, I definitely need this one. Reduce and assign time for social media. For many, including myself, this task seems impossible. In fact, during the pandemic, my social media time has increased a great deal to the point where even if I pick up the phone to do something else, I will most likely end up on Facebook or Instagram. But in the grand scheme of things, this too is one of the easier tasks to accomplish. Okay, it sounds impossible, but it's one of the easier tasks to accomplish. Reduce your notifications, okay? Take advantage of the do not disturb feature. All right, and with a little patience and willpower, you will be able to make it happen. Okay? So what did we go over this evening? We talked about forming micro habits to change your life. All right? And the micro habits we spoke about were reading 5 pages a day, stretching 3 times a day, switching over to water, and reducing and assigning time for social media. All right. I hope this benefited you. Doing the research has definitely benefited me a great deal. I have some goals that I need to start on because of this. If you happen to have a topic idea for this show, you can reach me here on Facebook. You can reach me at Instagram under Karen Mack, Karen_Mack, which is KARON_Mac. You can reach me on Instagram. Here on Facebook, it's Karen Mack. All right. You could go to my website at KarenMack.com. You can reach me there, see what else I have my hands in, what other cookie jars I have my hands in, because I do a couple of things. I have an Etsy store. I have a graphic design website that you can go view some of my work and contact me there. Some blog entries, a couple of books that I have out. So, yes, you can read all of that on KarenMack.com. Until next week, I hope you have a wonderful week and weekend and that you are well. And I will talk to you again very soon. All right. Goodbye.